curls up now. So actually between bumps you should have 5 single crochet. So the single crochet will look like this. So all in, you're gonna get 60 single crochet. So now I can remove all this, and this is, I can cut the yarn because this is the end of the core of the flower. So now we're going to start to make the petal. So we remove all this. It's just to mark, except for this, because this is where we start the single crochet. The rest of this is just to mark where is the bump, where we're going to skip the bump. Okay, here I've come to 60. This is the number 1, this is 60. And you should do a slip stitch to the front. Join it. Cut the yarn. Do not cut too short. Let's cut here. And remember, this double crochet, these 2 lines here, we need the front loop and the back loop. So this one, when you sew it in, you make sure it does not interfere with these 2 front loop and back loop, so that when we make the petal, you can actually see where's the front loop or back loop. So here, just go through the back, anywhere at the back, so long it does not interfere, and make the tail hide inside. Then it will not interfere with our single crochet here, so that when we sew the petal, we can see where is the front loop, where is the back loop. Because now the thing curled so badly, you can't really see. So I'll try. This is how the front will look like. Okay, isn't that lovely? And this is how the back will look like. So you just leave all this tail at the back here. And just now the tail that we pull down from the single crochet, you can just tie a knot to any of this. Now for the petal, we have to change color. I'm using a multicolor yarn to make the first row of petal. So when we make the petal, it's going to face the front again. We're not going to face the back, we're going to face the front. Okay, so for the petal, I am going to add marker 2 just to remind myself where one petal will be. Okay, one petal will be, this is where the flower would be. This is where the petal will be. You're going to join here, and later on we're going to do 2 slip stitch before we reach the next petal. Okay, here is for this flower, this petal. Here is to connect for this petal. So for one petal you need 3 to make 1. And then here, skip 1 and go to the next one. So meaning that once you have here blank, here petal, 1, 2, the third one. So you continue to add marker, and make sure you will have 20 petals all around. I'll add my marker and I'll come back to you once I've counted if it's there, if it's 20 petal. Okay, I've added my marker all over. So I've counted. I'm going to have 20 petals because there's 20 markers here. Each marker will represent 1 petal. This is my starting. This is where I'm going to start. 1, 2. So there is 2 single crochet gap between 2 marker. 2 single crochet between 2 marker. So now 1, 2, I'm gonna start here. Don't forget, we're only going to use the front loop. The front loop is for the smaller petal. The back loop is for the bigger petal. So now make sure every single petal you're going to use the front loop. Okay, lock it. Then we chain 10. Here, because I did not make any, I might as well tie a knot first before it get too loose later on. Okay, chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You see the V shape here? 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, I got extra. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Of course, the one on the hook does not count. So I have 10 here, 10 stitches. You use a marker. You place a marker on the stitch just right below the hook. The stitch below the hook, you add a marker. When we crochet just now, we're facing the front where the bump face us. Okay, after you only use the front loop, after from one of the front loop, you chain 10, you turn your work to the back. If you look at this strand of foundation chain, you will get 3 stitches. One is on the left, one is on the right, and one is the bump. We do not use the bump. We use all those from the sides here. Don't use the bump, just use the one at the sides here, all these sides. Here is one, the bump, and the sides. We're using the sides. So right below this marker, we're going to start to do slip stitch all the way down, and we should have nice slip stitch. Make sure it's not too tight. If not, it will be difficult to crochet later on. Two, 4, 6, 8, 9. And you see? From here, I did 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So the 9 stitches here, the last one, because we turn our work to the back, look at the single crochet over this side. Go through the front loop and do a slip stitch and pull tight. Chain 1, turn your work And look at this. If you're going to look at it this way, you can't see the V shape. Turn it a bit where you can see the V shape. We want this V, we want to use this side, only the top part, or the back loop you can call it, only the back loop. So from the bottom here, let me see, 3, 4, okay, here the tip here, we are going to do a slip stitch. Here we're going to do a half double crochet, followed by 4 double crochet, 1 2 3 4. So 4 double crochet, and we're going to do 2 single crochet. So once we are here, you're not sure which one to start. This one, by right, we should not start with this because this is a connection to just now. So in case you get confused as to which one to start, come from the front. This is a slip stitch, this is a half double crochet, and we need 4 double crochet, 1 2 3 4, and then we're going to need 2 single crochet. So meaning I'm going to start here. Oh, sorry, here. So we're going to start here. This one from the bottom, we're going to do a single crochet. Remember, just the back loop, not the whole V. The V shape here, we only take the back. Another single crochet. Then we're going to do 4 double crochet, 1 2 3 4 double crochet. We're going to do a half double crochet. We're going to do a single crochet. So after you do a single crochet, you notice you still have one more stitch left. This is where we're going to do a slip stitch. After you slip stitch, then you can add a marker here, or if you can remember where it is, you can add a marker here. The marker here that marks the second stitch from the hook, we can remove it and do a slip stitch here, and remove this one. We're going to do another slip stitch here. So altogether there are 3 slip stitch at the tip of the petal. Okay, then we already did half of the petal. Now look at the lines here. This is where we did our single crochet just now. So the single crochet hole is here. We are going to use back the same hole to make the next single crochet. Here the half double crochet, here is the double crochet. So we make sure we use back the same hole. So insert your hook at the same spot there, yarn over, and did a single crochet, yarn over, poke into the same hole and do a half double crochet, yarn over, same spot, same space, do 4 double crochet, followed by 2 single crochet. You make sure you poke it back in the same hole, same space, so the petal will look like this. Same space. Now at the bottom here, remember the marker here, just to remind us when you're going to make the next petal. So here we're going to lock it, just the front post. You're going to do a slip stitch and lock it tight. So this is one petal. So now we're going to change, we're going to do slip stitch here. That's the space between the petal, and another slip stitch. This is where we're going to build the next petal. So you make sure you only use the front loop, leave the back loop for the second row of petal. So here, same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. On the second stitch from the hook, add your marker to remind yourself where we're going to do the slip stitch. This is the front, turn it to the back, look out for the lines right after the bump. Make sure the slip stitch here, you do it loosely. Do not do it too tight, or it's gonna be quite difficult to do your single crochet and your double crochet later on. Gonna do slip stitch all the way down. Make sure you have 9 slip stitch. 2, 4, 6, 8. That's the 9. Two, 4, 6, 8, 9. Okay, we have 9 slip stitch. Then now, remember the first petal. Remember that we have turned to the back. That's why we are facing here where we did slip stitch and slip stitch again. We go to the slip stitch just next to it and do a slip stitch. Pull tight, chain 1, turn your work. And if you get confused here, start counting from here. This is a slip stitch, single crochet, half double crochet, and 4 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm gonna need 2 single crochet. I should start here. 1, 2, then we're going to do 4 double crochet, followed by a half double crochet. Followed by a single crochet, and the last stitch here, the balance, we're going to do a slip stitch. Remove this, meaning the slip stitch is here. Remove this pin, do another slip stitch, and go back to the middle. This is where we did the first slip stitch. and do the third slip stitch. Once you did this, find the space here, go back to the same space, do a single crochet, a half double crochet, and then we're gonna have 4 double crochet, followed by 2 single crochet. You make sure you connect it to the same spot so that it will come out like this. Okay, now connect. Now if you get confused, this is the one that we use, so the next one, that's why this marker is very important. When you see the marker is the space where we're going to make the next petal. In between these two is just slip stitch. So slip stitch to lock it, and there you have it. This is how the 2 petals look like. So up to you whether you want to use color yarn like mine, or you can use a single color yarn. So now you continue slip stitch. Next spot where my marker is where I'm gonna build another petal. Remember, it's only the front loop. And here, chain 10 again. Now come back to you once and at the end of the row. You should have 20 petals all around. Okay, I've completed all the 20 petals. Yeah, 20. So now we're gonna make the second row of petals, which is a bigger petal. I've add my marker. You go to the back loop. You add your marker. In between the marker, you're gonna have 4 single crochet here. The back stitch of the single crochet just now. There will be 4 between each. If you do not want to change color, let's say just now you stopped here, your smaller petal, you stopped here, you can just go to the back and continue with your bigger petal. But now I want to change color, that's why just now I've already cut the yarn and push it down here and tie a knot to one of these. So now I've added the marker here. The bigger petal, you're gonna get 12 petals all around, only 12, and this time it's bigger. Okay, I'll just start from one of it. I'm going to use a darker color yarn. Go to the back stitch. This time round, chain 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, because the tail, I didn't do a knot, so it's best to tie the tail to another tail so that this side won't get too loose when I crochet. Here it won't get loose when I crochet. Okay, so let's check. This is the front part. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13. So here on the second one, because this is where your hook will be, you just put a marker right under the hook, right under the stitch that is below the hook, just like the previous petal. Turn your work around and do slip stitch all the way. Do it on the side here, not the bum, but the sides, and make sure it's not too tight. You're gonna get 12. You're supposed to do 12 slip stitch altogether. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So here we have 12. So once we are at the back here, this is the starting point just now. It's a bit, I hope you can see. Here, over here, this line, this brown line here. Previously we stitched on the one next to it. This time we count 2. 1, 2. We skip one, we take the other one. Slip stitch, chain 1, turn your work, get the V shape. Make sure the V shape faces you. Here, the top here, gonna be a slip stitch, a single crochet, half double crochet, and 7 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 2 more here. So we're gonna start here. Okay, so this is the bottom of the petal. The bottom here, we're going to start with a single crochet, followed by a half double crochet, then we do 7 double crochet, followed by a half double crochet, a slip stitch, and the last remaining one, sorry, just now was a single crochet. Now the last remaining one, we're going to do a slip stitch. And just like before, remove this marker, do another slip stitch, and the part where we did the slip stitch just now, do the 3rd slip stitch. So all in there are 3 slip stitch here, just like the small petal. So we turn the flower we turn the petal this way, just like before. We work our way down using the same hole here, the same spot. So we start with single crochet, half double crochet, and 7 double crochet. After 7 double crochet, it's going to be a half double crochet and a single crochet. And here we're gonna skip one and do, we're gonna skip one and do on the next. We're gonna single crochet on the next stitch. This is the one we seal tight, and later on for the next petal we're gonna do 3 slip stitch. 1, 2, and the third one is on the marker. So the marker is the one to remind me it's time to do another petal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, oops, 13, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13. So use a marker, mark the one just below the hook. Turn your work and do slip stitch all the way. By the way, the slip stitch you should have 12. Okay, when we come to the bottom here, we skip one and go to the next one. You take both loops, take both the loop and do a slip stitch. Chain one, turn your work and do the same again. Same like before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2. Okay, you should start here. Start with a single crochet. Half double crochet. Seven double crochet. Oops. Followed by a half double crochet, a single crochet, and the last one a slip stitch. Remove the marker, another slip stitch, and another one here. This is the spot where we slip stitch the first time round. And You continue building down, single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet 7 times, okay, after 7 double crochet, it's going to be a half double crochet, and a single crochet, and we lock it, not here but here. We skip one and lock it here. Do a slip stitch and pull tight. And here we're gonna do 1, 2, 3. On the third one, we're gonna build another leaf, another petal. So this is how the 2 petals will look like. Slightly bigger than the front petal. And you continue to do so until the end of